Hello, namaste. My name is Jeremy Ginsberg, and this is video 1 of my video blog. I am doing the Master Fast, which is a cleanse, and just want to share my journey. I'm actually a little scared, and when I'm scared, recently I've been trying to just lean into the fears. So this is me, just leaning into it. And in this video I want to talk about prepping for a fast and how I go about that, hoping it may be able to help you. Also talking about the fast itself and how I plan to go into that, and then anything else that comes up. This is not scripted, it's kind of all over the place, just like my hair, so hope you enjoy. Alright, first let's talk about other people projecting their fears and doubts onto you. Originally, I wasn't sure, should I videotape my journey and allow other people to be on the journey with me and learn and experience, some changes that I'm going through and maybe themselves, or should I not tell anybody and just keep this kind of a secret? And I've realized that avoiding conflict is not what I want to choose to do. So I hope to make these videos as a way to kind of lean into that and accept that some people are going to disagree and some people are going to tell me I'm getting skinny or that I'm wrong, and that's okay. There's an airplane coming by. So I noticed that a lot of my friends and family disagree strongly with my healing path, and that's okay. And so the point of this video, blog or challenge or journey, whatever, is just really to lean into that and to face that and be okay with other people thinking that I'm crazy and wrong, and just being okay with having different belief systems. So that's kind of the overall scope. And then just want to talk about kind of how I've been preparing for this. So my mom was in town visiting here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. That's where I live, and there's an airport nearby. That's why it's loud. And it was not a good idea to start the fast while my mom was here, because we're doing a lot of meals and eating with each other. So I purposely picked a date that I don't have anybody visiting in town. I'm able to decompress and just kind of make my own schedule and do that. So that was step 1. Step 2, which is often overlooked, is simple, just getting all the supplies. So as you see here, I've got all the stuff, and we'll go through that in a little bit. But I noticed myself looking up these things, I guess we'll get into it now, psyllium husk. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And I found that I had so much fear and resistance towards going out on my own and finding this new product that I haven't heard of. And I just noticed in myself, wow, that's fear, that's resistance. I'm like, oh, do I really want to do this? I have to go to a new store in a new part of town to buy something that I've never even heard of. And so that was a big challenge. But the last week, basically, a week ago, I found myself asking, hey, how can I prepare? And I was thinking mentally, what can I do? Meditate or throw things away? But I was avoiding the most important thing for preparation is just getting the proper supplies. So for me, this is stuff that I got from the Master Fast website. These are tinctures, Bowel Blaster, Lymph 1, Glands, and Kidney 1. And to be honest, I'm not even sure half the stuff that's into this. Kelp, parsley root, corn silk, horsetail grass, all these things. Some of them I heard of, some of them I haven't. But I've done some research with this fast, and I know someone going through it who vouches for it, so I trust this stuff. But I had to import that here in Thailand, and actually it was kind of tough. They tried to get me to have a Thai FDA approval, and I was like, what's that? I also got this kidney tea formula, which kind of looks like marijuana if you're not familiar with marijuana. It's not, but so that's that. I've also got grape juice, which is a big part of it. So essentially, be drinking the teas and the tinctures in the morning, along with pudding, and then during the day drinking grape juice. So we went yesterday. We got 3 different kinds just to try it out and see what our body likes. And then also psyllium husk, bentonite clay, activated charcoal powder. And I think that's for the pudding. I'm starting this tomorrow, so you guys get to like learn this with me. It's a journey for all of us. This is for enemas, daily enemas. And then got some limes, some lemons, and castor oil. Not sure what the oil's for, but basically I just like read on the website, and anything I didn't have, I just kind of like wrote it down and picked those things up. So yeah, physically preparing is to buy all this stuff. Airplane, meditation. I'm not even sure if it's loud enough that you can hear it. If not, whatever. Trust me that there's an airplane here. So, alright, step 1, if there's any steps, getting the supplies. Step 2 is a schedule. It's like mentally preparing. You know, I purposely didn't schedule too many meetings. I'm not starting any brand new projects, especially not engaging with people who I don't feel comfortable communicating authentically. And gratefully, is that a word? I'm grateful that most of my friends and peers are people that I feel like, hey, I can be like, hey, I'm doing this fast, and no, I'm not eating any meals, so we can't get dinner. But mentally noting and kind of just keeping the space open and only committing to things that I know I can tell the person exactly what I'm going through, etc. So I'm not going to any new job interviews or first dates with people where I feel like I have to impress them. I'm just kind of setting the schedule to be loose and open and seeing what happens. Next was mentally preparing, and for that I've been doing a dry fast, about 12 hours a day, trying to limit my water consumption at night and in the morning, and just noticing myself how I feel in the morning, because a lot of this, and the guy, I think Lewis his name, he talks about it's just like mentally overcoming these old belief systems where you feel like, oh, I need to have X amount of food and X amount of water. So I've just been noticing myself, and that's been really, really fun and challenging. I had this belief that you have to drink water first thing in the morning. So I've been waking up every day and not drinking any water. And I feel fine. My mouth has been a little bit dry, but I feel good, and sometimes I feel even more energized. And part of the basis of this fast is that like sometimes drinking water can dehydrate you, and you need to have these dry fasts, windows of dry fasting, so that you don't drink any water, and that somehow allows your body at a molecular level to hydrate itself. I'm going to stop talking there because that's as far as I know. A lot of this stuff for me is learning how to feel and experience things, and that's my education, rather than just thinking about it and thinking, oh, don't drink water, that doesn't align with what I think, so no, I'm going to write it out. Rather than actually just doing it and then feeling your body, and if you feel great, you know, trusting your body's instinctive feelings instead of just what you understand intellectually. So that was that. Also, another big one that I did recently is talking to your partner or your spouse or your close friends, people in your circle, and really telling them what you're doing, whether that's asking for support, warning them you're not going to be going out, but just setting the expectations so they're understanding, so you don't all of a sudden just start ditching them every day because, hey, I'm on this fast. That's going to create some tension. So many airplanes. So I was talking to my girlfriend and partner June, and we lived together, and we had scheduled a time to discuss the fast, and then after explaining to her the protocol and everything, she decided that she was going to do it with me. So that's super awesome, and it's more fun. Now we can do this together, we can support each other, we can help each other. But before that, the understanding was she was going to be on my team. It wasn't going to be me changing her lifestyle and forcing her to do things she didn't want to do. It was something we were going to do together, even if she wasn't participating. It's a big part of my life, and I'm a big part of her life, so having her on board was so crucial. Now that we're doing it together, it's much easier, but if you don't have the luxury of having someone who's willing to commit to a cleanse or a fast, then it is nice to set some boundaries and say, hey, can you help me? Can you be a part of this? Maybe it's help preparing the food, or just supporting me, or keeping me accountable for whatever I said. So that's super crucial and clutch, and I'm very, very grateful to have a partner who's open-minded. Especially, this is probably the most intense fast I've ever done. I've done let's see, I did a juice fast in college, but that was not smart. And I was like 19, and that was irresponsible. But then I did a 5-day water fast in 2016, I think. I did a apple fast. I guess it was all maybe 2017, whatever. A 5-day water fast, 3-day apple fast, just apples, and then a 10-day papaya fast. And I've also done like keto, gluten-free, and low histamine, and like paleo, all these vegan, vegetarianism, all these different diets. And essentially I've been getting chronic migraines, headaches, and I actually don't have a headache right now, but that's kind of what got me into all this healing stuff. And now I'm realizing, wow, there's so much to let go of. There's so much shit. Like, just my girlfriend's from Vietnam, and to realize that she's been eating these whole organic foods her whole life, and to realize that I grew up eating macaroni and cheese and SpaghettiOs and ramen noodles and all these packaged dinners, and I don't blame society or my family for putting that into my life, but I'm realizing that like, that's not like real food. It's so processed, and I think we're meant to eat off the land. So I'm just saying that because I've got a lot of stuff in my body that I feel like doesn't help anymore. I gotta cleanse it. So I had a great time doing the 10-day papaya fast, and I got a friend doing this, and I'm just super excited. So I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. It's been 11 minutes. That's a long time to talk to yourself and just look at your face in the camera. So I'd like to end this video pretty shortly. But welcome to my journey. I hope my goals of this is just to be held accountable, to share my experience, and to help and inspire anyone out there. And then also to face my fears of people saying, don't do this, you're ruining your body, you're crazy, you're gonna die if you don't drink enough water, if you don't eat enough meat, or all this stuff, and just opening myself up to criticism and other people's opinions and welcoming them with love, instead of getting defensive and saying, oh, I have this ego, I'm better than you, you're not even a raw vegan, blah, blah, blah. Just accepting that, listening to people and saying, hey, thank you so much for sharing your opinion and giving me advice on how to live my life. I appreciate that, but this is my body, so I'm going to take care of it the best I can, and I hope that you trust that I'm going to do what's best, and if I don't feel good and I feel like it's a bad thing, then I will make some changes. But I'm committed to this. The whole protocol is supposed to be 108 days. Because we're 2 people, that cuts it in half, so we have maximum supplies for 56 days. Oh, gotta get my math skills sharpened. And so maybe I'll do this a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. I don't know. Maybe 108 days, and I'll order more supplies. But I feel like that's in my mind, you know, setting the future time. Like the point of this is to feel into my body, to regain that strength, to feel what the body wants and what the body needs. And I feel like if I commit to a certain amount of days, that's not being true to my intuition in that present moment. So my goal is to keep checking in with myself, journaling, meditating, talking to the camera and you, and seeing how this journey unfolds. So thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you made it to the end. Wow, I really appreciate that. And the journey starts tomorrow on Tuesday, December 5th. So feel free to follow along. I hope to post 1 video every day. Maybe I'll write some poetry, maybe some songs, a little rap, freestyle, whatever. But we'll see how things go. And thank you so much. And I love you. So this concludes day 1 of the Master Fast Video Challenge. And I'll see you tomorrow.